to my dopamine detox. Disclaimer, I can't tell you the scientific backing on it. I just wanted to try it out to see if it would work. Essentially what a dopamine detox is to reduce the things that give you a very strong dopamine stimulation, like going on social media, watching TV. Dopamine detox, I'm doing beginner version because I'm a wussy. So no phone, no computer, no gaming, oh darn. No drugs, and no stimulating food. So what I gathered from stimulating food is, for me in particular, is ice cream and other sugary things. So I'm gonna stick to having no sugar today and keep it clean. So today is completely clean of things. What I can do is I can make coffee or tea, talk with people, read, and journal, do walks and exercise. Beginner is pretty okay. The only thing that I'm worried about are my alarms and potentially important emails. I don't know what's gonna happen this dopamine detox. Just this week I was reducing screen time for social media, and that alone was kind of difficult. Heard myself want it. I felt myself want to look on Instagram and scroll through it. And I found that when I allowed myself to just scroll, click, scroll, it was harder to get out of that and get back to the present moment. You're joining me on this journey. I'm an amateur at this. So yeah, do with that what you will. First thing I'm gonna do, which I've been procrastinating already for I don't know how many minutes, 20 minutes or so, to do this mile a day in May challenge. I am sore from yesterday, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do a mile a day in May, and it's only gonna take 15 minutes maximum. It's not as bad as it sounds. I will only have access to my watch today. No notifications, but I will have access to my watch so I can track everything. Anyways, go team. Go, go, go. We're doing this. Gonna go out the door. Start running. We're gonna run. But you're not coming with me. So. And boom. Just like that, I'm back. Whoo! I don't know if you could. Can you see my face? You see that redness? Yeah, that's how you know. That's how you know that I work.
So, how do we bring in people who maybe we're not so close to? How do we bring people in, and how do we find a place of kindness for people who we really struggle to get on with? And that's where I think the technique becomes really, really valuable, because of course it's great to enhance those relationships that are already good, but it's even perhaps more important to transform those relationships that, take up, consume a lot of our time, a lot of our headspace, if you like. And so that we start to experience not only better relationships, but a greater peace of mind as well.
timestamp, it's around 7:30 a.m. And my thoughts are going crazy. I'm starting to think that meditation isn't, like, the whole point that I've gathered from it is to just be mindful of your thoughts and feelings. And it seems like if you've tried it and you really, really put effort into it, it seems like your mind is going crazy. And there's so many thoughts, and you didn't know that you had so many thoughts until you sat down with them. And it seems like a bad thing, like you can't focus, and you can't focus on just physical feelings. You can't just focus on seeing them and letting them go. Like, you have to, like, dive into them. But I think that's a sign of progress, because the whole point is to be more mindful, right? Is to be more aware. So just the fact that you're seeing all of these thoughts and you're seeing all these physical feelings is, I think that's just a sign that you're doing it right. But if you're in it, like if you feel the whole 10 minutes and you know which thought happened on what part of that time frame, I think that's a pretty good sign that you're being mindful, that you're practicing meditation well. But I'm no expert. Past me is talking to present you, which is crazy because present me is talking to a fucking camera. But the present me that's going to watch this is not me now. Done. Now I shall take you on my coffee making journey. Don't judge me, you coffee expert. I was about to say freaks, but you're not a freak. Cut clip, it's 2 hours later, 2 to 3 hours, I don't know. honestly. I don't know. I wasn't really looking at the time. But I got to spend time with the family. And also more family came today that was unexpected, but it was pleasant. And I got to show them different teas and make them things. Times that I was tempted to look at my phone, like I felt it in my head, and my thought process was like, oh, I wonder what's happening in the media. It doesn't matter. Like, why isn't here good enough? Here is good enough. Right here, right now, in front of this strange contraption that is apparently you on the other side of the screen, but just, why can't we just be here? It's ultimately more enjoyable, and journaling this morning made me realize that, like, even just writing about work or what I wanted to do in the future was like, it built up anxiety within me. And I'm like, okay, what's the goal? With anything that I do, I want to put in my best effort. And as long as I do that, like, how can you not have great things follow that and putting all your effort into something. But yeah, point is, being here, like, if you needed another incentive to be here other than all you could find online and also just by doing it in general, another incentive could be that it completely blocks your mind from thinking further than here. And once you do that, you start to realize that most of your problems and worries are like in this ether of possibilities, past and future. And once you just like get rid of that ether, it's simple. Life is so much simpler if you're just like right here, right now. What do you need? What do you want? And then we go from there. But yeah, progress report. 12 p.m. will come back at you soon. I'm actually, I think I need to water my plants. They're growing. So I decided to go outside in my front yard and work on some things. And I'm trying to work, on a script for the YouTube video that I was going to make for this week. It's really hard. This one is particularly important, so of course my mind has some sort of blockage. But fear not, whoever's watching this, it's gonna be put out the following week. The week after this is published, it's going to be put out, and whether it's up to my standards or not, it doesn't matter. It's gonna be done. And this is challenging. And if it wasn't for this impromptu YouTube video journey or beginning, I wouldn't be forced to confront what I've learned or review what I've learned and actually condense it to my own words, I guess. It's like It's like school where you kind of, there's a lot of information floating up in here, but once you're forced to sit down and write about it, it's a completely different challenge, and it goes through a different set of processes in your head. So I hope, if not for this YouTube channel, this will definitely help me solidify floating thoughts. That's the goal. Solidify floating thoughts and document this, because how cool would it be to see a video of yourself like 10 years out in the future, and you're like, whoa, that's when this clicked, and the context will come rushing back through memories. But yeah, honestly, this dopamine detox has been pretty fulfilling. I still do want to check my phone because I'm seeing everyone else on their phone. I'm like, I want references, I want examples, and this is really forcing me to think creatively and originally without reference to what's already being made. And I think that's what the target goal is for this challenge, and just the challenge of reducing media content in general, is to have the ratio of producing to consuming be leaning more on the producing side rather than the consuming side. I want to consume less, and when I do consume, I want to consume intentionally. Anyways, that's where I'm at. It's a beautiful day. Quick review of today, if you're still in this with me. My nephew is right outside my door. Yeah, that's good enough. Oh. Feels really good. The cool thing about, I guess, the introduction of meditation and working on being more aware, and also trying to limit my consumption of things, has like enhanced to the senses. Maybe it was always there, but it feels like everything is so much stronger. Like even just doing this, putting pressure on the back of your neck, it just feels really good. That I've learned from this whole dopamine detox, it's that we don't need to consume like this immediate click of satisfaction that we get from checking our phone. The feeling is so brief, and it's not worth the consequences. Like an addictive behavior, like I keep going back. Like once I'm out and I have to do something like wash the dishes or go eat, when I'm done with whatever is necessary for me, like I have this immediate urge to go to my phone and check. Like, if anyone really needs to be in contact with me, they can just call. You guys could just call. Otherwise, it's just, and if I wanted to know what's happening with you, I could just call. I don't know, this whole thing is really making me enter a minor existential crisis, and why I have that behavior. I am capable of that behavior of just insistently checking my phone for notifications. And it's not like I'm looking for likes or validating comments. It's just like, I don't know. I just like looking through the feed. It took so long to get here to find the right people that I want to follow, the right content I want to follow, and my feed is nice now. It's curated. What did I learn? You don't need, like, even though this was a dopamine detox, I still felt like very satisfied throughout the day. Like just talking to people in my family, just talking to my family that came, finding creative ways to spend my time, like going out in the front yard. I've never hung out in my front yard before. It was good. But yeah. Good day. Highly recommend. I did the beginner version, which means technically the list was no phone, no computer, no stimulating food. So I associated that with sugar and just like anything that I would indulge in or count as indulging in. Gaming, drugs. Does alcohol count as a drug? And porn. All these things were on the list. And unless alcohol is a drug, I basically abstained from everything. So I think I'm gonna keep this up, not like 100% detox, but definitely like strictly keep screen time to a minimum. Oh no. He's so mad. He's so sad. But keep it down to a minimum, because if you do this, which I really hope you do, because there's so much out there, there's so many senses. Like if you actually stop to pay attention to all your senses, the weight of yourself on whatever surface you're sitting on, or the noises, like I hear first, I didn't hear this before, but all the noises are here. Like I hear my nephew crying, I hear the crickets behind me, in my window. I hear my fingertips scratching my leg, but mostly my nephew who's screeching in the background. I'm sure you can hear. And everything's bright and everything is inspiring. Like if you're really there, especially with people and having a conversation with people, like the attention is reciprocated and the depth of the connection is only deepened by being completely present with someone. I'm just talking at a camera. I'm talking to you, whoever's on the other side of the screen, but yeah, well, that's my day journey, Sunday vlog of a dopamine detox challenge, and I hope you enjoyed it.